Hey everyone, welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop and we're very happy to see you here today. Today we're working on block 10 of our Get to Know Our Neighborhood, and most of you have been following along. You know you have to leave a comment down below to get entered in to win one of these. I'm making one for me and possibly one for you. So these blocks will all be sewn together to represent getting to know my neighborhood here in Nova Scotia as we started off the new year, and I'm having a blast doing it so far. So I'm creating lots of memories, and that's really exciting for me because that's really what I wanted to do. So this block here is representing the boats and the fishing boats and the sailing boats and everything coming in and out of the Pictou Harbor and area. I'm super excited to be able to watch them, and I love the view. It's beautiful. I love being near the water. You got to chase your dream, people. Don't let it hold you back. So this is my block, and we're going to make another one, okay? So I've got a couple of boats there on the water, and then a couple birds, seabirds flying in the back. Now they could be cormorants, it could be seagulls, it could be whatever. I just made some birds. So what I did is I took some material and I heat and bonded the back of it, and I just placed it on top of my backing here, or my background. And then I want to be able to place out my boat, my sail, and my mast and stuff like that for the other two. So, and I tried to get a little bit of size difference for depth of view, I hope. So, but this definitely is just a heat and bond applique project. Here, let's actually build it out on the ironing board. Let's think about this a little bit better here. And get it straight. Okay, sorry about that. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so we're going to peel all this off. I pretty much had it all cut out. I just did some shapes. I didn't follow any template or anything like that. I'm like, okay, well, bottom of the boat is curved, and usually the top is pretty flat, so just kind of went that way. And same with the small one. And of course, I'm trying to make it smaller so it would look like it was either in the distance or somewhere. Okay, now you don't want to go too close to your edges because we're going to be trimming this up a little bit. So you want to kind of put that there, just to put it just above the water line. Okay, and then we got our mast. So we're going to peel that off. Okay, and you just want to make sure this gets tucked under just a little bit. Now you don't want to quite center because they're not usually in the center of the boats themselves. So you kind of want to put it either off to the left or to the right, depending on which way your boat's going. It could be coming into port or coming out of port. Just never know. I hope you're having fun with this, or at least enjoying the blocks. I know I am. And it's making it very fun for me, making memories. Okay, put that there, so it looks pretty good. Okay, and with those little papers, now we're gonna have to set up our little boat, our wee boatins. And I just used some of the green left over from the last project there. You can see some of that little Christmas fabric that was on that side because I like that side. So make ourselves a wee boat. Like I said, not too close to the edge. We may have to move that one just a smidgy. Okay. And then it's got a tiny, tiny little one. Some of this stuff may be fiddly, but you can certainly just use maybe a pair of tweezers to help get things into place, or, you know, like one of the big corsage pins or something like that to help kind of poke things into place. I hope you're making memories where you are. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. And then we'll place our little birds about. There's definitely a unique smell over the causeway with it being lobster season and the smell of lobster bait. I'm not saying it's completely unpleasant, it's just unique. So, and it's not like we can smell it from where we are. It's only as I was driving into New Glasgow today. I'm like, all right, our neighbor said, hey, Watch out for smell. All right, I'm gonna switch these up. I'm gonna put the little one on this side and the bigger one on this side. And I try to capture, depending on how wide and how narrow you do the V, kind of describes how and what flight motion the bird is in. So if it's always up here, it's always gonna come down and be going, you know, like a normal bird would fly. So, all right, so let's, now if we're happy with where all these are, let's press them. Let's press them where we want them. Okay. Make sure we're okay. I think that one was a little bit, yeah, it was more towards the back on that one than this one. I just want to try to make them as close to as possible to each other, because then it makes them matchy-matchy for you or for me. Okay. And just get a little heat loving. And then we'll trim up the water to square it up to the block. And then we'll do a quick review of the 10 blocks or the 9 blocks before, okay? So you can see them just in case you've missed out on a few, and then you can go back and watch those videos and make sure you leave a comment. Okay. All right, so now we got that all sealed up. We're gonna square up the back. Let's move that out of the way, just like we did on that one. Okay, so let's just come over here and trim our water fabric off. Now I know these are going to be squared up afterwards if they need to be, but they're going to be 8.5 by 8.5 at the finish with them. But I did cut my blocks 9 by 9 just to allow for some from squaring up. So there we go, beautiful. Aren't those lovely? Here, I'm going to show them to you this way, so you can see. We're going to float and we're going to get some lobsters and some fish. All right, let's do a little quick review of the ones previously. I have them right here behind me. Now they're not in order because when I pulled them off the wall, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. So I know the last one that we did here was the lighthouses. So let's be able to, and then with those, and we'll put them on either pile there. Okay. And then that was my one I had to redo for the lobster house. So let's try and find the lobster ones. There we go. Definitely lobster season here. Love it. Loving it. I had a fantastic Mother's Day dinner with lobster that Munchkin so graciously provided for us. And then we got a couple beautiful bird houses, super cute bird houses. And of course you can applique, enhance these with any stitch that you like, whatever makes you happy and complete. And then we have an eagle, nice big bald eagle. Okay, and I did use a marker to kind of make the details I needed for the wings and around the nose and the beak. Okay, there. And then we have beautiful little row of houses, colorful houses that are in New Glasgow. Super pretty. Then we have, I know this was the first block, that was the trees, beautiful pine trees. We have lots of trees here, and it's nice to be able to represent them in a beautiful way. So there's that one. There's just a couple more. I'll keep my cute little house, one of my first little houses. Okay. Oh, got pinched under here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I love little ladybugs, and of course the Canadian maple leaf to represent Canada, of course. And then the new growth that was happening on our acorn tree right out in the front of the property. It looks gorgeous, and we're so excited to watch that come into bloom. And then we have some beautiful spring flowers. Here we go. And that's our block so far. And this one is number 10. So hopefully you have come along on this journey with us, and you will continue to do so until we finish it at the end of the year. We have, well, I think it's 20 something more. No, 16 more, something like that. We'll figure it out. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to join us Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern for our live stream, and we will see you very soon. Take care and enjoy the day.